Welcome back to project 6 of my Let's Create Christmas Creative Day. So this one's a little bit different, forgive me. I thought I was recording already, so I have already spliced and diced my bit of card. But I thought this tree ornament was really cute. So that's what we're going to make now. And the perk of this is you can hide chockies in here. Teachers are gonna be finding these because in here you can get a fair few lint balls and the like. Ferrero Rochers would fit in there as well, to be fair. So it's not the easiest of things I've discovered, and it took me a fair few practices to get there, but you're going to need a piece of your real red cardstock, and I have already chopped mine, and it's 10.5 inches. Forgive me, I had to go into inches. I couldn't find any measurements written out in centimetres, by 6.25. I am going to use my scoreboard just because it's easier for showing you on here, but your trimmer will do the job just fine. So I need to clean the desk a bit. Apologies much. Hang on a second. Probably should have done this bit before turning it on, shouldn't I? Right, so there we go. So you're going to need to put the 10.5 inch piece of card in here, and then we're going to score it along the long edge. I tend to use the smaller ball on the score tool just because that's me ultimately, and we're going to score it at 1.25. Oh, she says. So we're going to go 1.25. We're going to go, oh, let me just make sure, 2.5. We're going to go 3.75. It's testing my brain. We're going to go at 5. Oh, no, yeah, that is 5. We're going to go 6.25. Don't panic, because in your kits there are the templates. So 6.25, 7.5. Thought I'd done it wrong then. 8.75 and 10. And I just want to check myself. Yep. And then we want to turn it so that this little piece is at the bottom. And then we want to score along the short edge at 1.25. So basically we're making squares. 1.25, 2.5, 3.75, 5. Okay. So that's it for the scoring at the minute. And then what we need to do is, I've bought myself a pencil because I think it's easier to show this way. So we will need to remove this bit here, this bit here, and then alternate. So this one, this one, this one, and this one, and then matching up here. There, and there. Okay, so we just need to trim that out with oh come on Colette, what am I saying? snips. Oh dearie diddly. So I promise this is far easier than it looks. Okay, so it's just following along the score lines. My bigger scissors would have been handy for this, but I didn't bring them over. So. And again, you can use your trimmer to cut these out if you want. I'm just going back over that because I didn't trim it properly. When I first started making 3D projects, the idea of just hacking at bits like this scared the bejesus out of me. I've slowly learned. No pain, no gain. I watched, I think it's the Paper Pixie making these last year. But I just wasn't brave enough to try them last year. And so I've made loads this year, just to make up for the fact. There we go. So now what we need to do, let's get rid of those, is find the middle point. So we need to make sure that our tab end is here, okay? So then we need to find the middle, and so this is the top of our ornament. So on this side, and it helps if we do this way around, Colette. And I want to say it's 5/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then do a little pencil mark. Don't forget, you can go back and rub them out later. And so every other one, so where you're missing this here, you want to do it to each of those. So here, here, and here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Notch it there. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8, and then we're at the tab. So then, if you get your ball tool, scorer tool, so there's also one in the take pick, and then you want to take your ruler, go to middle point, and score to the corner of that square, and do that with each of those on that top row. So you're making a diamond shape in there. Not actually, I'm lying. You're making a triangle. Where on earth did I go to school wrong? The beauty is, because of how this is made, you won't see those dots that I'd made. And then what we need to do is the exact opposite on these bottom ones. So where you've got a triangle here, I don't know if you can see these, Okay, so where there's a triangle on this bottom bit, you want to do it up here. Exactly the same. Sorry, I keep hitting this frame, tripod. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And do exactly the same again, but your point is going the other way. It's kind of a mirror of the one you did at the bottom. I always find my metal ruler helps for this, or a really sturdy plastic one if you've got a plastic one. Just make sure it's not going to be one that's going to shatter on you if you don't quite line your tool up correctly. There we go. Okay. So then what we need to do is start burnishing. When I can find the bone folder. There we go. So I am one of those, I like to try and do multiple at a time. I just don't believe in wasting time, to be fair. I'm going to go here. So I think that this ends up looking really pretty and like it's really complicated, when actually it's really quite easy. And then going the other way as well. One more. Okay, there's the tab, that one. So then each of these four, we're going to need a hole in later. And I found the best way was, I've changed my piece of grid paper, so this one hasn't got inches on it. That's not very helpful to myself, is it? So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then on those lines where I've just made them, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry if I'm sticking my head under here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 4, 5. There we go. Okay. So, how I did Stampin' Pierce mat. Again, I only make sure that I stamp on, I pierce on one side. I've used my take pick tool with the piercing tool, and quite literally made a hole. Thought I'd got it the wrong way around then, I'm not going to lie. There we go, we're getting there. And then pretty much, so all of these, no, sorry, these three, these four, and then 3 and 3 will all have DSP on them in a minute. But what we need to do as well is to start manipulating the card so that, she says, it forms those diamonds. And you'll find that it'll almost fall into place instantly. And then everything will kind of, oh, she says, I often find it easier to put this together and then put my papers on, because I find it easier to work out where they're matching or not. I don't tend to want them the same paper on the same, in the same view. It's probably the easiest way to say it. Sorry, this one's not being a friend. So it's just manipulating the paper to break down those fibres so it becomes malleable, and we can move it to where we want it. That'll do its thing, I think. There we go. Have I got them all? No, I didn't do here. Right. The easiest way at the minute is to pop your, so I use tear tape for this. Won't surprise anybody, will it? Just because I find that easier for these types of things. But Seal Plus will work. Oh, I've got an overhang, that's not going to work very well. Okay. And this will fold straight over. Sorry, I've just realised I came off of the screen for a little bit. There we go. So then it's a case of manipulating everything, especially where your tab is, because that's going to have made that extra thick. I am all fingers and thumbs today. So at the bottom, what you want to do is start getting your tabs together. So I always find it's easier to do two. And then they all kind of pull together a lot easier once you've got them all. She says, this is where my fingers never play ball. And then that will go in there. Like that. Okay. So the easiest route is that one onto that one first. Okay, so let's have some Tombow because I think we're going to need the wiggle space. So the two opposites, oh, she says. Okay, you're just literally lining them up, not badly like that way. Okay. I thought I'd done the wrong end for a minute. Right, and then these two pop in as well. So this one will go onto there. And then we'll have to wait a little bit just to be able to make sure it's dry before upsetting it and adding another one. So I'm just going to hold this for a second. So that's 3 out of the 4 tabs. And then that will make the last one on there. And then it always helps if you go inside. Okay, so what you'll see, is it's coming apart. That'll stick in just a second. So it's got these nice little indents in here. Okay, and the same will be done up the top. But these ones will be laced together with a bit of ribbon to make our oh, Colette, what is the word? Ornament. So you're going to want about 20 centimetres of the garden green ribbon. Oh, sorry, I've got a bit of tear tape stuck to my thumb. There we go. And I literally just tied a knot in the bottom of this. So you can glue the flaps together if you want to. If you're not using it as a gift box or anything, you can just tie them together. I obviously want to use mine for gift boxes. So on the last one, I did glue the bottom two together. I'm not going to on this one, just because, sorry, I'm just going to poke these through a bit more so I can get my ribbon through easily. Oh, let's just go with that, shall we? There we go. So I had used the Stampin' Pierce mat. It's not intelligent to just randomly do this in your fingers. Okay, so we're going to need to feed this through that hole. And again, you might need your, I use the ball of this to poke it through, and then put it through from there. She says when I can actually get it. It's not going to plan today. There we go. Now we got it. Okay. So, and these layer up. So I think it's easier to alternate them because I find it closes nicer. But it's pretty much however you want to do it. So again, I've gone opposites, just like I did at the bottom. So if you were filling it, obviously you would have put your bits and bobs in there by now. I thought I'd messed it up then. I thought I'd not done a triangle somewhere. Should have more faith in myself. She says, well, she's trying to play with a piece of ribbon and poke it through a hole. There we go. 1 to go. We are on the home stretch. How about that? There we go. I've just realised I didn't put my other light on for this one, sorry. It's quite dark, isn't it? Right, so that is the basis of your ornament. And then we just need, I think it's 17 1-inch squares of, so I have put in a sheet of this because I hadn't used it on any of the projects, and a sheet of the red. I began to run out by the time I'd done all your kits, so I've just got the offcuts from where we cut the grills out earlier. And then it just needs, have I used that one? No, not used that one yet, so let's have some of that. Right, let's find a trimmer. So, you out the way for a little bit. I love this glimmer paper. It screams Christmas. I don't think I actually put the white on my original one because I forgot I had it. So at least we'll be able to tell the difference, hey? Three. Let's go 4 of that one. We'll have we'll have 4 of these ones, shall we? Let's have some glitz and glam. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll have 2 strips of here because we can turn it over. We haven't used that paper yet. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's have a 5th one because that only makes 16, doesn't it? I'm pretty certain we need 17. So, I mean, you can have these as mixed up and jumbled up as you like. And then it's just a case of placing them wherever you want them. So I know that I'm going to want the glimmer on show up the top. And because it's glimmer, we'll have it alternating. Obviously, you've got more time than me to make this look pretty. It'll go nice with a little tag poked over the top of your ribbon. In fact, I think it'd just finish it off, actually. Sorry. Right. I think actually I did 5 colours last time because at some point they are going to meet, aren't they? Never mind. I tried to be clever. Clearly doesn't suit me. And I'm fine with that. Hopefully you'll see that it's actually a lot easier than it first looked. And you'll be making loads of them in no time. Because they're too fun not to. Nearly there. And then that means that the last one goes on the bottom. There you go. 2 Christmas baubles.